packing up and we're about to head out for a long weekend. And one question that I get all the time, especially when we were starting our homestead, was if you have a homestead, how are you going to be able to travel and leave your homestead? And as much as I really do love our homestead, we honestly have made it such a serene, beautiful place, and if it were our choice, we probably wouldn't leave very often. There are different various activities and family outings that we do need to head out for long weekends. We do have a honeymoon that we're planning, and that's going to be a much longer period of time. And we do oftentimes have to leave our animals and garden while we are away. And there are a lot of tips and tricks that I'm going to go over today so that you can also have a homestead, small farm, and still have a vacation. I'm Danielle of This Little Farm, and welcome to our channel where we give you new content every Wednesday and Sunday to help you plan your own homestead. And today we're talking about having a homestead and still being able to go away. Now, I'm just finishing up packing my bag, and there are so many other things that I need to do to plan for this vacation. Already, I think going on a vacation can sometimes be daunting, but with a farm, with animals that you're keeping alive, and also with a garden, it can be a lot harder. And today we're going to go over some tips and tricks so that you don't have to worry. So let's go pack up the car and talk about a few tips and tricks that you're going to want to think about while planning your next vacation. Now that we've packed up some of the car, let's talk about some tips that I think are really important as you start to plan your vacations. Number one is going to be thinking about the time of year that you take your vacations. Being that we do have a garden here and we're looking to grow it even more in the future, we know that our biggest gardening months are going to be the summer, thinking June, July, August. So we really want to stay in the area during those times and minimize our vacations if possible during then. It's also really easy because summer's Chris and I's favorite part of the year, so we really get to take in the land and enjoy everything that the summer has to offer here in the Northeast. So I don't really want to go away during those times anyway. And then we could really plan to do our vacations during the late fall, winter, and early spring. So I know February is probably one of our favorite times to go away just because it is so cold and awful here in Northeast, and it also makes it so that we really don't have to worry about our garden, because that's probably one of the biggest tasks when you are away and can really hurt your homestead or small farm. So that's one thing that you really want to think about is time of year. The second thing to think about is having a caretaker possibly take care of your animals. So especially if you're planning to go away for a longer amount of time, probably longer than a weekend or a long weekend, you're really going to want to find someone to take care of your animals. Now, we have 2 Australian Shepherd dogs, so we are actually bringing them away with us on this vacation, and finding hotels that are dog friendly is super easy. A lot of Airbnbs will allow this, as well as some other hotel chains, so I do suggest looking into that. But you can always bring your chickens, rabbits, and quails with you, and those are the animals that we have at our farm. So there are going to be needs for them that you're going to need to meet, and that's when a good caretaker would probably be a great idea. Now, there are a few different websites that you can go to. You can walk into any local forums, so think like Nextdoor or Facebook groups, and those can be a really great way that you can find a caretaker for some of your larger livestock animals. And when we do plan on going away on longer trips next year, we are going to be taking advantage of those a lot more than some of our shorter, longer weekend type of trips like this one. Now, if you are planning a shorter weekend trip, or even if you're doing a long one, you're gonna wanna make sure that you can really set up your caretaker or set up your animals for success while you're gone. So if you think about the garden, what you might wanna do is make sure that all of the plants are watered really well before you go. Any of the weeds are taken out. You've done a heavy layer of mulching so that weeds will not grow back in, and other items to really make sure that your garden is set up for success while you're gone. But if you have animals, that's going to be a whole nother slew of things that you're going to want to prepare for. We've gone over this a few times before, but making sure that you have automated systems are going to make sure that you are successful while you're away on vacation. Now, we're going away for 3 days and 2 nights. We're going to be probably away for most of those 3 days, leaving early in the morning when we leave the first day and coming back late in the afternoon. So what we're doing right now is really prepping up our animals' habitats so that they have enough water set up in their automated watering systems, they have enough food set up in their automated watering food systems, and we're also going to be making sure that they're locked up and safe while we're away. Now, this unfortunately means that our free-ranging chickens will not be able to free range while we're gone. They are going to be confined to their coop. It is only for a few days, so I think this is going to be totally fine. We do it a lot for egg training every so often. If we do find eggs in various places, you can kind of keep them in a coop and let them relearn that that is their space. And then for our rabbits, we unfortunately do not have an automated food system, although we do have large food holders. So we're going to be feeding them up into the brim and giving them a bunch of hay while we're gone, and making sure that when we do arrive back from our vacation, we are going to check in on all of our animals. Now, these are just a few tips and tricks to make sure that you're successful, although I'm sure that you guys have some great ways that you take care of your animals and garden while you're away. So please make sure to comment down below, and as we plan for larger trips, we'll keep you in the loop on other systems that we add. But that's it for today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.